Welcome back to the podcast. I'm super excited to be back. If you hear me coughing or snoring, I'm excusing myself ahead of time because I'm super allergic. I might be a little bit weird in my mind, so bear with me because I really, even if I feel this way, I wanted to record this podcast because I hear this over and over and over again, that a situation with a client has destroyed the mood of a hairstylist, or a situation with a client has made a hairstylist lose their confidence, or it has made them want to quit the industry. When we go to hair school, we learn so much stuff. We really learn how to create amazing hair. But one of the things that I think is left out is how to navigate the relationships with our clients and how to navigate how it actually affects us as human beings. Because at the end of the day, we work in the service industry. We are human beings creating an amazing experience for our clients. And if we have that client that is not happy with their hair, and it can be a toxic client, a person that's super negative, and that can really affect everything. Because it might be something that you bring with you home. It might be something that you start to talk about with your coworkers. It might be something that you start to talk about with your clients even, because you might have clients that you've had for a very long time. And sometimes it can be hard not to talk about the situations that we are in. So today, I am going to guide you through a process. It is a process with 7 steps that is going to help you release any emotions, any toxic energies, anything that might push your energy down, or anything that might make you want to quit this industry. And I've been there myself. I've had situations with clients where at times I have felt like I don't know if I have the energy to continue working like this. I don't know if I have the energy to receive one more client like this. I truly believe that every single person that we meet in our lives have something to give us, and even the crappy people can maybe give us a lesson, a valuable lesson that we can use moving forward in our lives. I see all of that as blessings, but when we are at that, in the very moment when things are feeling like I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do, it can just feel so exhausting. And that's why I have created this little energy releasing system of actually releasing everything around this client, so that you can actually shift your energy, shift your mood, be able to go home without having that crappy feeling or annoying feeling, or at some points maybe you are lying in bed not knowing how to go to sleep because you continue thinking and maybe worrying about that they are sending you messages, worrying about what will happen. And it's so easy when you are in that rant in your head to go into like catastrophe idea mode. So I'm going to walk you through this full process, and I want you to have an open mind. I want you to remove any doubt if this is actually going to work for you, or if this is too woo-woo for you, or if you feel uncomfortable. And I'm not going to say that it's super easy to just release stuff. I am the last person to say it's easy. Shifting energies can be uncomfortable. Shifting feelings might bring up some crap. But the thing is, even if in the moment it feels uncomfortable, what you will feel afterwards and how you show up afterwards with your clients, with your family members, with your friends, truly transform you. And it also opens you up for other type of people to come into your life. If you're not holding on to all that energy that is stuck with you. Because we need to clean ourselves in order for us to really open up and receive more. And I want you to create the most amazing business that works for you without it being draining for you. And in order for us to have a great mood, we need to release all that crap with those negative experiences that we have with these situations that happens with some clients. I'm not saying that this situation is with every single client that you will have, but we have situations with clients that are not happy, that might throw a lot of crap towards you and put all the blame on you. So I am going to walk you through this system. So I want you to take out pen and paper, or take out your phone, or wherever you do your notes with, so that you have this system that you can follow. If you want me to put this in a PDF file, just send us an email and let us know if you want this to be a thing that you can work through in a workbook. We can put it in there, but for now I wanted to get this out there to you quick. So I haven't done the PDF file yet. So let's start to go through remove negative energy around client framework. So the first step that you are going to take is to understand what is the situation. What is it that has happened? And I want you to write out the full situation on a paper. Writing it out on paper actually puts the situation a little bit of a distance from you. It's easier to look objectively around the situation if you have written it down. And I want you to write as much detail as you possibly can for you to understand what the situation really is. Because in order for you to have clarity, you need to have an understanding of what is it that has happened. And I want you to be 100% honest with yourself about what the situation is for you. And remember, this is for you only. This paper that you're writing all of this stuff is for you to understand yourself better and understand your client's reaction and understand what made the situation be what it actually is. And I don't want you to leave anything out. And remember also, as soon as we write things out, a little bit of the energy actually is moved through your body and out of your body. It's almost like a little bit of the emotion is gone through the pen out into the paper. So write the full situation out. Don't leave anything out. Be 100% honest. If you need to come back and write stuff down and down again, then go ahead and do so. The second part of this framework is to understand what is your part of the situation. I believe that we are 100% responsible for everything in our lives. Everything good and everything bad. And I have been through hell and back. I might share more of that in a podcast episode in the future. For now, I won't go into any details, but it's a surprise that I am alive today. Just put it at this. And out of respect for people, yet I won't talk about it publicly like this. So why I'm saying this, that I've been through crap, is because I still believe that every single day we are faced with choices. Do you go right? Do you go left? Do I do this? Do I do that? Blah, 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 blah. We have so many decisions that we are making. Conscious decisions that leads us somewhere. And you are responsible for every single decision that you're making. So, in the situation with your client, what is your part of the situation? What is it that you are responsible for? Is there something that you know that you screwed up? Maybe you mixed the wrong color. Maybe there was a missing communication. Maybe there was something. The faster we can actually take responsibility for maybe I didn't listen. Maybe I made an assumption. Maybe blah, 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 blah. Maybe you were stressed. Maybe you were distracted. Maybe The more you can if you did something to screw the situation up, I want you to take responsibility for that so that you can actually know, okay, what do I have to think about for the next time so this doesn't come up again? Because we are walking through life, learning a bunch of lessons in order for us to grow as humans. And I believe that there are lessons that we are meant to learn in order for us to evolve. So the question is here, what is your part of the situation? Was there something that you screwed up? Take ownership of the situation and see, is there a big lesson there? Is there something that you have to look out for? Is there something that you really need to listen for again or watch out for? Maybe there was a warning sign. What was that warning sign? Maybe there was an idea of that someone did something, or you had your intuition tell you that I shouldn't take this client on. What was the situation? And what was your part? Take responsibility for that. Take ownership of that. And how can you, moving forward, look for the warning signs? The third step is to ask yourself, have you addressed the situation in the best possible way? So maybe you are in a situation where the client was super happy when they left the salon. The negativity starts and the blaming starts when they are behind a computer screen. Sometimes it's easier for people to write a huge rant around something when they are unhappy with their hair, because using text message or email or messaging or whatever platform they are using, it actually distances themselves from that you are actually a human being there offering a service. One thing to address the situation that actually is easy, it takes guts from you though, but it's actually like, hey, okay, you are unhappy with your hair. Can we meet on a video call and just discuss the situation and see how I can help you further? Because when you are actually talking to someone face to face, it's easier to address the situation. There's not that much miscommunication that can actually happen through text. Loads and loads of stuff can happen when we are communicating through text because we read so much into it. But if you dare to take the leap to reach out and say, hey, I'm sorry that you're not happy with your hair. Can we just do a video call so I can talk to you, so I can look at your hair and see what it is that is going on? We always want to meet the client where they are. And in some cases, there are people that have this as a thing. They go to a hairstylist, they are super happy, and then they use the situation to get their money back or blah, 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 blah. Going on a video call can actually help you understand that client better and try to make them happy. And something that I want you to start to work on already today is to have your own step-by-step unhappy client system. The more we can actually put a system into place of if a client is unhappy, then my first step is to, maybe one then, is doing a video call. Number 2 is maybe doing a touch-up. Maybe 3, maybe you need to pay the money back or whatever the situation is. Number 4 is blah, 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 blah. And I want you to create a system that works for you, that works from experience, that works really for you, and it's also working for where you are in the world. Because I know I have a lot of people listening to this podcast from all over the world, and I know that the laws are very different from all over the world. So I want you to understand, depending on what country you're in, maybe if you're in America, I know the laws are different in each and every state. I want you to get an understanding of where is my responsibility as a hairstylist? What rules do I need to follow when a client is unhappy? If you do not know what you're responsible, what it is that you're responsible for, then that is the first thing that you need to figure out now. And then you create your step-by-step system of how do I address this? Do I want to do the video call or do I only want to do text? Will I take the client in and do a recolor or cut their hair again or blah, 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 blah. What I want to say is if you ever pay any money back to a client that is unhappy with the services that you're offering, then the first thing I want you to do is to create a contract. If you are paying a client back money, I want in the contract to say that they are not allowed to give you a bad review. They're not allowed to talk shit about you. They are not allowed to write out things in the digital world that is negative about you, because you have come to the solution that you're giving the money back. Then they don't have the right to say crap, because people really, really like to talk shit. I want that client to actually have an understanding of that you're giving them grace, you're standing up to whatever situation has happened, and you are actually taking responsibility to fix the situation. So having a contract where it can just say that they are not allowed to blah, 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 blah. And in order for you to pay the money back, they have to sign that paper. Easy as that. So in your client resolution system, maybe you also write out like how many times do you get a chance to fix the client's hair, etc. as well. And the more you can put in to the system, the better. So if you can, maybe you have already written out some emails that you have sent to some people, or messages or text messages, or whatever way that you are communicating with people. Go back and look at those emails. Save them. Put them in a digital file so that you can actually just tweak them, copy and paste them. And the more you don't have to think about the situation that you are in, and you're putting a system into place of where it is that you are at with this situation, the easier it will become for you to actually make it more clear, make it more easy, and you don't have to go so much into depth with your feelings around the situation. As long as you have understood what is the situation, what is the lesson that you need to learn, what are the warning signs that you have to listen to, and here is my step-by-step system of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is where I go and I do this, and that. The easier it will be for you to let go of the situation, and you actually have a strategy into place to make this work for you. The more you work as a hairstylist, the more you evolve with this, the easier it will become to actually add things into your system. And if you're working in a salon, my recommendation is to maybe have a system into place for the full salon. Talk to the other people in the salon. Maybe you can have a morning meeting around this and actually create a system for the salon. Here is step number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is how we're going to deal with clients that are unhappy, so that everyone is doing the same thing. And it's also interesting to hear how others react, how others respond to different situations, and you can always learn from other people. But I want you to make also a step-by-step thing that really, really works for you. So the fourth step is, how can you remove this situation from you? So the first question is this a client that you want to continue to help? Have you found a way to resolve this situation? Can you fire this client? Is this a client that will hassle you until they get a full refund? Is this a client that will go on and on and on and send you 100 text messages per night until you actually pay their money back? How can you, the fastest way possible, resolve the situation that you are at this very moment? No money in the world is worth holding on to if you have a person harassing you. And when I'm saying harassing, I'm saying messaging me, message, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes it even feels like some people will send smoke signals when they are unhappy, and they try to find you everywhere there is possible to get a response like that. And I'm all about, when I have said, after a certain time, when I am at home, I won't work. I have my work hours, and I won't sit in the sofa texting clients. That's not me. And that is something I also want you to have in the back of your mind, that you don't need to be there 24/7 for them. But I know that if you are in a situation where a client is unhappy, then you might worry about what they will say next. You might worry so that you check when you wake up in the middle of the night, and so on. And ask yourself, is there a way to set up rules for yourself on when you're going to respond to messages and when you're not going to respond to messages, so that you can easier let go of situations like this? Your 5th step is to ask yourself, what is the negative energy that comes from this client or the situation with this client? You might feel things. You might have feelings, energy around the whole situation. I want you to take a second, feel those feelings, feel the energy, and see if you can explain them to yourself on this paper. So, what is the negative energy that comes from the situation with this client, and what is the emotions that are coming up for you? Some people have a feeling, like a physical feeling going on in their body. It's maybe that you have pain in your toe, or something that is going on that is connected to the situation. The more clear you can become of examining yourself and the feelings, emotions that are coming up for you, the easier it will become for you to actually let this go. And also, it is a reminder for the next time things like this happen. So, write out, what is the energy? Because the 6th step is to actually let go of the energy. So we have assessed the situation, we have found a strategy, we know what the energy is, and now it's actually your time to let go. Because if we're holding on to a lot of negative emotions, a lot of feelings going on in our body, then if you're just holding on, then you're not opening up for new things. If you're holding on to that energy, that is also the things that are being sent out of your body, so that you actually attract more of these types of situations. So we need to let go of this energy. So I have a few ideas for you of how you can let go of this energy. And what we do when we let go of energy is actually moving the energy physically out of our bodies. So how can we do this? One thing you can do is take a pillow and scream into it, and actually visualize the feelings, visualize the situation, screaming into the pillow and actually saying, I'm letting go of the situation, and pushing that energy out of your body, out of your physical body. Another thing that you can do is actually just stand up and jump and shake your full body and move that energy out of your body as well. I know that you can, I don't do this, but a lot of people put out some really heavy music and dance the energy out of your body as well, and actually visualizing shifting that energy. My favorite thing to do is that I rage walk. And what I do is I have a playlist of music that I add to my playlist, and I actually walk super fast. And for every step that I take, I really push the energy out of my feet, and I take very determined steps. And I walk super fast, and I release energy while I am walking and doing this. It is something that I've done for quite some time, but I haven't really realized what it is that I'm doing. I have had this uncertainty in my body, and I know I need to shift it, and I have just done it on an automatically, and I know that my husband do it as well. When things are coming up, we are going out, walking walks, and really moving that energy out of our body. What I know some other people do, that they jump on trampolines to also move that energy out of their body. But my favorite thing is to rage walk. So if you ever see me looking really angry, walking or almost running really determinedly, then you actually know what it is that I am doing. I'm moving and shifting my own energy. So by moving this energy out of your body, you are actually letting it go. What I really, really like doing is after I'm finished in the salon, I close up, I clean myself and the space with sage, and then I do my rage walk. It doesn't have to be anything particular that has happened in the salon, but I'm shifting my energy anyway. And there's about a 30-minute walk up to the bus station. And in that time, I've actually have had the time to shift my energy, so that when I come home to my husband, I'm coming home with new energy. And I'm coming home with a clearer state of mind. I'm coming home with not bringing all the crap from the people, what they have been talking about for the full day. I'm coming home with a clear mind. And that's why I really, really love walking. And it is something that I want you to try out. So take one of these steps and move the energy out of your body. Maybe you have to, when there's something that really is deep, maybe we have to do it a few times. But just be aware that you're moving the energy out of your body and letting go. That is the intuition. And I've added a 7th step to this process, and that is actually cutting the cords to the person that you are in the situation with. So every single person that you meet in a day, you have an energetic connection with. Sometimes, if you feel super drained, it might be that someone is actually stealing a little bit of your energy because they are together with you in this energy cord. So when you are in a situation with a client that is unhappy with the services that you have created for them, then we need to cut this cord. And I have created a super simple meditation. You just follow my voice, use it, your intuition, let yourself be guided and cut these cords. And you will see that when we have done all of these steps, a solution to the situation might already be there, or the energy from that other person might have changed. The first time I ever did a cord cutting thing, I was actually surprised because the people that I was in the situation with at that point in time approach me from a different angle. They approach me with a different energy. They approach me from a different point of view. And I was actually surprised because I didn't realize that it actually worked like that. So a cord cutting meditation is something that you can also do every single day if you are energy sensitive. I have made a short one. It's only 5 minutes. You can take 5 minutes, go into the bathroom, listen to it, do this, and you will see that the energy will shift. So let's recap. Remove negative energy around a client framework. So the first step you have is to understand what is the situation and write it out in detail. Be 100% honest with yourself about the situation. Don't leave anything out. Your second part is what is your role in the situation? Where did you screw up? What is your responsibility in the situation? Number 3, have you addressed the situation in the best possible way? And there I was also talking about having your system, your own step-by-step system. Number 1, I'm doing this when the client is happy. Number 2, number 3, number 4. Start to write out messages. Start to write out your emails and tweak this as you go along and add things into a document so that you can just copy and paste and remove yourself and not needing to put as much emotions into the situation. Number 4 is to see, is there a way that you can actually remove yourself from the situation, find an end to the situation as fast as possible, because we don't want that draining negative energy going on forever and ever and ever. Number 5, what is the negative energy that comes from this client? What is the negative feelings that comes from this client? Number 6 is to let go of the energy. You can either scream it into a pillow, dance it out, rage walk, jump, shake it out, whatever you need to do. I really love rage walking, so I'm going to talk about this over and over again, but try it out, and we need to move that energy out of our bodies. And the 7th step is for you to cut the energy cords with your clients so that you can clear the energy connection that you have with that client. Follow the process, try it out. In the show notes, I will put a link to the cord cutting meditation so that you can actually download it and do it. I want you to be open, try out the system, and actually understand that anytime we are in a situation with a client that is unhappy, we can shift this. You do not need to quit because you are in a situation with a certain client. You can change how you approach the situation. You can put strategies into place to make it easier for you, because you will never be able to make everyone happy with what it is that you do. As long as you have done the best work as possible for your clients, when they come home, how they view themselves, what kind of feelings and emotions they have about the hair is up to them. It's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is, how do I approach this situation when someone is unhappy? How can I shift my energy? How can I let go? And actually start to use this process so that when the situation comes, when a client is unhappy, you actually have a way of moving this energy out of your body and letting it go. So use this, follow the steps. If you want me to create a PDF file for this, either DM me on Instagram or send me an email, and I'll have me and my team put it together for you. And I want you to start to use this. And I want you to send this podcast out to every single hairstylist that you know, because I know that this is a process that can help so many people actually move away from looking at our situation as hairstylists and feel bad. Moving away from these toxic situations, moving away from these clients, and moving away and releasing all the energy that is connected to this. Because you and other hairstylists deserve to live your life to the fullest, have balance in your life, and not need to bring all the crap that actually is thrown at us when we are creating amazing hair, because we are not just doing hair. We're holding the space for our clients. We are helping them, guiding them, coaching them. And I know that some people can throw so much garbage towards us, and I don't want you to hold on to that, because that can, at the end of the day, make you sick. I want you to be energized when you're working. So having this process into place can really, really save you from depression. It can save you from having energy, being really drowned in all of this. So I would love to hear your aha moments, and I would love for you to actually send this to your other hairstylist friends so that they also can have this process to follow. I'm sending you lots of love. I'm looking forward to hear from you, and take this to your heart. Allow yourself to be guided, and allow yourself to shift your energy. I'm sending you lots of love. Bye for now.